and vaccinated Novak Djokovic may not enter the United States again this year. The situation in Paris Saint-Germain gets from bad to worse, and Tottenham absolutely gets knackered by the Foxes. This week hasn't been the best week for Paris. They got disqualified from the Coupe de France by Marseille, lost Messi and Mbappe to injury and got beaten, and outplayed by Monaco in a 3-1 encounter. The Parc des Princes is definitely parking with injuries, a lack of form, and in total shambles. Their passes don't seem to be adding up in field. Their defense is just all over the place. And they will have to face Bayern Munich this week in the Champions League, with Mbappe and Messi out on injury. And with the current form of the team, they will have to hope on a miracle to be able to beat Bayern Munich. Tottenham gets absolutely knackered by the Foxes. Spurs shows us again how inconsistent of a team they are. After beating Manchester City last week, they came into this match full of confidence, only to give an absolutely atrocious display. Their defenders were just awful, and their goalkeeper alone made Kelechi Iheanacho look like Messi. They were torn apart by the Foxes with all claws and devoured in bits. Their team wasn't even trying. It looked like they didn't want to play the game at all. One of the most well-known unvaccinated sportsmen in the world, Serbia's Novak Djokovic, has asked for special permission to visit the United States to compete in the Indian Wells and Miami Open. The world #1 was named this week on the entry list for the Indian Wells, where he is champion 5 times. The U.S. vaccine requirement for foreign air travelers is not expected to be lifted before the main draw action, as the Indian Wells kicks off on March 9th. Last month, Indian Wells tournament director Tommy Haas said it would be a disgrace if Djokovic was not allowed to compete at Indian Wells and other tournaments in the United States this year. Djokovic missed last year's Australian Open and was deported from the country due to his vaccine status. He regained entry into the tournament this year and won it to claim a record-tying 22nd Grand Slam title.